Hey, what's up everybody? This is Richy here, bouncing through the air, defying gravity back on Richy's world. In the middle of the night, in the middle of a thunderstorm, here to give you a fun and once again short little episode. School. It's just school. That's all I've got to say about it. I just had the PSAT standardized testy thingy today. And the classes I had that I missed to take that test, they still gave me like all the homework, actually like double homework. So I'm kind of swamped down here. I really don't like the idea that someone in school is not able to pursue anything else other than school. But before I start ranting about that, we need to talk about what we're going to be doing today. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Why does this always happen to me? Why does this always happen to moi? You know, you're just walking, you're just minding your own business, and all of a sudden the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse want to murder your soul. And the thing we're going to be working on today is in our brand new sort of haunted autumn-themed village area. For those of you who haven't tuned in during the last few episodes, so far we've made a little bit of a bridge. We've decorated this entire area, and I have to say it looks pretty nice. And our plan is to add first a spooky hallway and a few other buildings, and then maybe when we get near Thanksgiving we'll add a few shops and some sort of a hall to have some sort of a Thanksgiving feast in. But that's a lot down the line. So for now, what we're working on is this. This little entrance I've just created is going to lead to our super spooky Halloween maze. I'm not exactly sure how to make things scary in Minecraft, but if it can be done, it will be done in here. So what I think I'm gonna do is get my little building hat on, maybe make a first-person time-lapse for you guys, and start mining in any direction I can. Just try to make the start of a labyrinth. I'm gonna turn haste on that beacon over there. Unfortunately, we are just a little bit out of range, but if we get closer, you can see we do have a speed beacon, and once that's haste, I'm gonna insta-mine through everything. Now, hopefully, I'm not going to burst through the sides of this hill right here. I'm not going to ruin any terrain. But what I want to do, in the end at least, is make a labyrinth that not only goes through here, but that goes into a bigger maze that goes all around, that has maybe like some mini games involved. We could get like a friend here to play them. I'm not quite sure. But I really just want to build something that's spooky and fun to walk around in and explore and conveys the theme of Halloween. Maybe I could have like some tricky traps in there, some puzzles and stuff. I know it's not as fun as having on a server because there probably won't be that many people to play it. But I'm gonna dig, I'm gonna build, and I'm gonna see what I come up with. Dear sweet lordy, it's done, and it is just like everything else I've built. I did a little thing, I thought it was nice, and I got carried way away. So let me take you through this. Our labyrinth starts right here, it weaves all around this hill, and then drops down underground, carrying us all the way under this base right here, through a twisting set of passages on the entire other corner, and finally out right here. And I think here, we're gonna have a giant hedge maze. Oh my gosh, what am I getting myself into? We're gonna have a giant hedge maze, and then over the top of that, we're gonna have a parkour. And if you mess up the parkour, then you fall into the hedge maze. That might be too cruel. I might have to think up something different, but that's the plan for now. And that plan equally scares me and makes me really, really happy because I just love building once I start. I'm definitely going to be late on the upload at this point because this took a good amount of time and I didn't start that far in advance, but I think it's going to be worth it. I think what we've got here is really cool. We have to clean all of this up, which is going to be a massive undertaking as I basically just smashed my way through here, but we'll take out all of these blocks, all the non-stone ones. Maybe we'll add some stone bricks and stuff, try to ease up all the tunnels, make it spooky, add some pumpkins and cobwebs for festiveness. And who knows, maybe we'll put like some traps in this place. But this takes me like 5 to 10 minutes to get through, and I'm the one who built it. It's pretty confusing and pretty complicated, and I think just because I'm not that great at making things scary, we're going to make this difficult and hard and autumn themed. I am gonna add a few scary things. Maybe we could go through a haunted house, but usually when you have a haunted house, it involves catching mobs, and that, by myself, I'm not very good at. But we could get a few skeletons shooting at you. We could have something with minecarts. That would be cool. And yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I have a lot of plans for this area, and we'll see which one of them goes through. I have to tidy this up sometime in this episode, but for now, we're going to start gathering leaves for our hedge maze. So, I'm going to plant about 50, 100 million bajillion saplings, bone meal every single one of them up, and then shoot this skeleton a few times, jump all the way down there, and shear every single leaf we've collected right off. Boom! We now have an unbelievable amount of leaves. We should have enough to make a hedge maze, considering we have enough time. And in this area right here, I'm going to make it. Now, I've never really done anything with this area. If you remember, we once had a little, not a fortress, sort of like a flat plain with some walls around it here, and that really screwed up all of our terrain. And then we added this farm in right here, and this thing. I thought I might do a city here, but I think a hedge maze is going to be good. If we, like, in the late future, have to fix anything, we can take it down. But hedge mazes look cool, and if we filled an entire thing with one, we could actually build over it. We could have some cool structures there. And we could have an air-based piece of the base. Okay, getting crazily off track. But the idea is I'm going to have a too wide, merciless, winding pathway. I could have a few stories. I could make it really scary. I think we're going to have, like, really, really high hedge walls. If not now, then later, just to freak everyone out completely. And maybe the idea is you're supposed to get up onto the hedge walls, and the higher you can get, eventually you're going to be able to parkour your way all the way over to this build right here. But if you fall, then you have to go back through the maze. That might be a little too much. Maybe I'll add a bridge system up top. But at any rate, we're going to build this, or at least start building it, and we're going to do that in a time lapse. And just like that, I'm out of leaf blocks. I have to say, we've used quite a lot. As you saw, I had to start double layering them because one layer seemed just a little bit too thin. Like, that's probably the best example. You could just see straight through it, and that's not good enough. I'm sort of glad I ran out of leaves, though, because I was starting to get some Albert Berg syndrome in there. That's not an actual thing. I was just referencing one of my good friends who, in a live stream, once attempted to make an entire maze out of glass in Minecraft and started getting really, really sick when he looked at it. And that's actually causing me just to feel a little queasy after a few hours of watching these leaves not move, but the things behind them move. I don't know if that's a legitimate thing or it's just me feeling a little tired. But Al, you're not alone if you're watching this video. But I think this maze is going to be really, really cool. It's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. I managed to get lost in it myself quite a lot, which isn't exactly the best thing. But hopefully I can encompass this whole area and then maybe add a second story. But once we put some lights in there, that is going to look sweet. Let's plop a torch down here. And unfortunately, guys, that's just about where I'm going to have to end this video today. Before I go, though, this is the 50th episode of Richy's World. It's been so long, over a year since I've started, and every single episode, it just makes me happy to sit here and record. It really does. And the fact that you guys like this video, that you come and you watch, it's really inspiring, and I really want to keep making these for as long as I can. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please make sure to hit that like button and hit subscribe if you haven't already. But until the next time, guys, it's been Richy, and I'm out. I'll see ya.